Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to Mason's Manifesto. Today I have a special guest.
Hi, my name's Javier. Molina.
Yeah, and so today we're just gonna delve into just opinions and stuff. So
Yep. Yeah.
go. You can start.
I can start with
Yeah.
opinions?
Yeah.
Like-
start with whatever you want.
Like, any opinion I have?
Sure. Like what's a controversial opinion you have?
It's a controversial opinion I have. I don't really have controversial opinions. You know what I'm saying? What are some controversial opinions you have?
Oh, we can talk about politics.
Politics?
Yeah.
I don't really know anything about politics.
Okay, but you know who's running for president, do you not?
Donald Trump?
And Biden, Sleepy Joe.
Oh, and that one other Republican guy.
George Santos?
No.
I don't know what you're talking about. I find American politics very funny because, like, I just find them funny. Like, I find it hilarious. Like, if I lived in a different country, I think I would find it so funny to look at American politics. I find it so funny.
I don't... Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Because I need a... Politics are interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I know Donald Trump, he was on Epstein's Island.
Yeah.
Oh.
What are you doing?
I don't know how to work this thing.
You just... Okay.
There's only one question.
Yeah, okay. Then just ask that question.
No, you ask the question.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna ask Javier a question because he doesn't actually know how to, like, speak. Okay, where's the place that you want to travel the most that you haven't traveled to before?
Where's the place that I'd want to travel the most? I think Bora Bora would be cool. Have you ever been there?
No.
I've never been there either.
I've never left the country.
You've never left the country?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think Bora Bora would be cool. Just because, like, it's pretty cool.
Okay. Do you want to live, like, outside of the U.S., like, after high school?
You know what would be a cool place to, like, go to college?
Where?
Oxford.
I love Oxford.
Oxford
So
or
pretty.
Cambridge would be really cool.
Yeah. That's where Saltburn was, so.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Oxford.
haven't seen the movie yet. Have you seen it?
Yeah. You
Is
should
it
watch
good?
it. You should watch it.
Is it still in movie theaters?
It's not in movie theaters. It's on Prime Video.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
I would just say don't watch it around your parents. Is all I'm gonna say.
You know what's really funny?
What?
I started watching the start to Wolf of Wall Street with my parents.
Oh.
Yeah, and so the beginning scene was the one where he was, or not, it wasn't the beginning scene, but it was like at least 5 minutes in, he was like doing stuff
Mm-hmm.
that was pretty bad. I've had like quite a few encounters with that with my parents actually.
No. See, I don't really care. I watched it with my sister. I don't really care. But, like, I know for other people it's weird.
Yeah,
It's definitely some weird scenes, is all I'm gonna say.
I started watching Kevin Hart's like Netflix special.
Oh, I
with my
saw
dad.
that.
Yeah, and he started making like those gestures of
Mm-hmm.
sexual activity,
Mm-hmm.
and my dad kind of just left,
Oh.
and so it was just me and the special, and
That's kind of...
I just turned it off and left it. It was
That's
really
kind of
awkward.
funny. That's
Yeah.
funny. I don't really care. My parents are... Well, I guess my mom and my family is, like, open. We just talk about whatever. So...
Yeah. My family's open too, but just like kind of
Not like
areas.
that. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll watch Saltburn because you recommended it. So.
Yeah,
There's only one question on there.
Okay. And? Anyways, so what are your futures? What are your plans? What do you want to do
My plans?
later in life?
I
Yeah.
want to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to college outside of state would be cool because it's like I don't know. I want
I'm
to
probably
California.
gonna go.
Huh?
Yeah. You want to go to Berkeley, right?
Yeah, I want to go to Berkeley.
I'm probably gonna go out of state. So.
Yeah, I want to go. Literally, it could be anywhere. I really like Berkeley just because I've been there.
Mm.
But I want to go anywhere in California. Really, any UC school really.
So you like California?
California. I love California.
You do not sound like a California person.
I don't look like a California person. I feel like.
You know,
What do I look like?
I don't know. Not California.
What city?
Not like, I don't know. Like, I could kind of see you in New York, but not
New York.
like, yeah, but not like, I don't know. You
I
just
mean, I
don't
lived
seem
in
like,
Chicago.
yeah, but you're not. You're
I'm not a Chicago kid either.
No, I've been to Chicago. You're not a Chicago kid.
You've been, but I lived in Chicago.
Okay. That doesn't mean you're a Chicago kid. I live in Harrisonburg, but I'm not a Harrisonburg kid. Like, you can live in New York, but you're not a New York kid. Like,
I'm so confused.
like you can live somewhere, but you just don't fit the vibe there. Like, you don't fit the vibe of Chicago.
So what do I fit the vibe of?
I don't know. Like
give me a random state. Like you seem like...
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what state you fit.
Huh?
I don't know what state you fit. You just don't fit in California, is all I'm going to say. I mean, I could kind of see you at, like, Berkeley or UCLA. I could kind of see you there.
That'd be cool.
UCLA?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I could kind of see you there, but I don't see you there at the same time.
What about UVA? I feel like I don't see myself in UVA, but, like, that'd be a cool place to go.
I don't want to go anywhere in Virginia.
Yeah.
I'm going to Washington.
Washington?
The state.
Like, on the other side of the country? It's valid. I have family over there. It's pretty cold.
Yeah. I like cold weather.
You like cold weather?
It's either that or up north. It's one or the other. I'm not staying here.
I'd like to go up north, but just for like snowboarding and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like when it's cold, but not. I don't do that. Yeah.
See, people think like the cold weather is like terrible, but like if you're dressed up like pretty nicely or like you have layers and stuff, you can stay out there for as long as you want.
Yeah, I'm just not a hot-natured. I'm a hot-natured person, so I don't like the cold.
If I'm out in the hot, I like either being... Actually, I don't really like the water, but...
You don't like the water?
I don't really like the water.
Like any type of water?
Well, I do like doing activities in the water. I just don't like swimming and stuff.
What? That makes no sense. So what do you do in the summer?
I like to go surfing.
That's water.
I want to learn.
Oh, so you want to go surfing, but you haven't learned yet. That makes absolutely no sense.
Well, see, I can surf. I'm just not, like, the best, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't live anywhere where there's water anywhere nearby.
Virginia Beach.
Yeah, but I just got my license. Like, in the summer, so I can go now.
Okay. I like the water. I like the lake. Like, have you ever been on a pontoon?
Yeah.
It's so fun. I love that.
When I went to Mexico, our family... like got one of those for our entire family. It was pretty cool.
Have you been tubing on it?
I've been snow tubing. Oh, you mean like
water tubing?
Where they like pull the pontoon really fast and go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've not done that.
Why?
But I've been.
It's fun. That's like the same thing as snow tubing.
I've been onto one of those like things where it's like kind of like that, but it's like
you one long.
One of those long like. I just touched your.
That's fine.
Okay. I've been on one of those long ones where like there's no like area where you can grab. It's just kind of there, and then they pull you. So it's a lot more like it was in Mexico, so it's like not as much safety there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But like, there's less rules. This is really bad.
Okay.
Can I preface that I'm Mexican?
Sure, if you want to.
You know, a lot of people don't think I'm Mexican. Like, not, like, they don't. I'm going to stray away from this topic now. But, yeah, I've been tubing, but not in a tube.
So it's not snow tubing?
I thought we were talking about water tubing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about?
Yeah.
So you haven't been. You should go. But I don't understand how you don't like how
I don't like the water, but I like surfing?
Yeah. That doesn't make sense.
Well, so, have you ever been, like, in a pool, right?
Yeah.
Right. But you get in the pool, it's fun for the first like 30 minutes, hour, and then you get out. But like you're with other people, right? And then they're like, "We should go again," and you're like, "Well, I just got dry. Like we just." But like.
So you're just like want to be a little princess and don't want to get wet again.
Yeah.
That's just stupid.
Well,
that's the whole point of the pool.
Wet. Like, but we already spent like an hour or 2 hours in the pool.
So
we're gonna go round 2.
So yeah. You are.
What if I just ate though?
Okay, I don't care.
I've never gotten sick.
I've literally always ate and went to the pool right after. Same. So I don't care. Cause like, be so for real. Like, it's never that deep. Like, never that deep. Yeah.
I saw one of the questions that.
Okay.
Because I told people to go, like, answer your thing.
What was the question?
What are your red
flags?
What are the biggest red flags?
In a person, just in general?
In a person.
I don't know. What are yours? I gotta think.
Mine?
Yeah.
If they don't involve themselves in other activities, Like if they just like go to school.
And
This
then
is from
go
like a
home.
high school standpoint.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
It obviously changed later on in life, but like,
Yeah.
one of our main things is high school right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you just go to high or school and then you go home, but like you don't do any extracurriculars, and
Mm-hmm.
you just kind of don't do anything, then I think that's a big red flag. Not because like it's really bad, but it just won't fit my schedule.
Yeah.
Or, like any like schedule involving our friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Because we're all very active people and stuff in school.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't think I'd be able to like do that
If they just didn't do anything.
if they just didn't do anything.
Like, just went to school and went home.
Yeah.
I can see that. I think one of the biggest red flags for me is, like, they're obsessive, but not in the good way. Like, there's an obsessive good way, and there's an overprotective good way, and there's a jealous good way, but, like, once you get that, like, step over the line a little bit, like, I don't like that.
Where is the line?
It just, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like you just know when, like, the line is being crossed.
I've never had like an obsessive like person. You know, if you know what I'm saying. But like there's some aspects of being like obsessive where I do like, because like that means they do care,
Yeah.
right? But like I've never had that line crossed.
I mean, I don't think I've had that line crossed. I've just seen it being crossed with other people.
I'm
And I don't
also
like
very
that.
vocal about if the line is being crossed. Like I'll just tell them straight up. Like,
Yeah.
hey,
I don't think I'm
If some-
that person, so I don't think I could do that.
huh?
I don't think I could do that. Like, if someone's crossing a line, like, unless it's, like, really, really bad, if not, I'm just gonna, like, kind of sit back and just let it happen, because I don't know.
That's not good.
I'm not, like, up front with people. Like, yeah. Like, if I know something's wrong, I'll say it, but, like, I just don't really care. Because, like, I don't really care. Unless it's affecting me in a way that's, like, negative, I'm gonna say something, but if not, it's not that big of a deal.
I like to address it like pretty upfront.
Which is good.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I don't really talk to people. Like, I have, like, 3 friends and that's it. 3 main friends, I guess you could say.
What about the person you're talking about right now?
You're not a main friend.
No, not me. Don't
I'm
you
not
have a
talking to
Valentine?
anybody. Yeah. Okay. You can have a Valentine and not talk to someone. Right?
I
Yes.
think so. I don't know. Can you?
Yeah?
I've actually never spent Valentine's with someone before.
Really?
This would be my first year.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, I think this will be my first too. Ish, kind of.
Fish.
Yeah.
I've been learning everything off like TikToks and videos I've been watching.
Have you just searched up, like, Valentine's gifts and just,
Yeah, like some ideas to give to my Valentine, and then like obviously I have some of those like
yeah.
inside stuff that they've already told me personally.
Mhm.
But I saw this TikTok where it's like the flowers thing, like it's not good enough to just buy flowers. You have to
Oh.
like wrap it and stuff.
I don't really care. I don't
About
really.
what?
Like, if someone, I don't care if you just give flowers, I think that's just, like, a nice gesture either way.
I saw like they like got like the guy rates the people that give flowers. It's like he gets a B because he actually gave flowers. Because like the bar I think is like not very high because people don't give flowers very often.
Yeah.
Everyone-
Which they should.
Which they should, and I know
But they
like people
don't.
that do give flowers pretty often, and then I think their girlfriends like it.
Yeah.
So that's one of my things. I'm gonna give flowers more often. But they won't always. I'm getting this gift for her, right? And it's like I don't want to spoil the gift,
Yeah.
right? Because she might listen. But it's these. It's a handmade gift.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know, I'm also doing handmade gifts.
Oh, are you?
I'm pretty proud of it. I haven't finished.
Do you know like the basket thing like that you do?
Like,
Like you give them a bunch of stuff in the
Yeah,
basket. Do you
just-
think I should go like plastic basket or should I go like other type of basket?
it just depends on their vibe. I would say, like not the plastic ones, like not the metal ones, like I forget what it's called.
Like the weaved one?
Yeah, those, yeah.
Like the
I
wooden.
think, I think that would be nice, yeah. Or like a wooden basket would be cute.
Yeah, I was talking to my mother and she was like, yeah, that's not a good basket. So I had to go return the one that I got.
That's good.
Yeah. And it was a plastic basket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a plastic basket is just for, like, just like a birthday gift.
Yeah, it's like the flower thing. Like if you buy flowers, it's good. But, like if you go that extra step, it's also pretty good.
I think it's either
Really,
good either way. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I don't really I don't know. I don't really care about that type of stuff. I don't really care about material stuff, I should say.
Material stuff?
Yeah.
I've noticed, like, I used to think I wasn't a very materialistic person, but I like giving the materialistic stuff.
That's how I am.
Yeah, so I think gift giving, I didn't know this about myself, but I do like gift giving. That's one of the things I do like.
Okay, since we're talking about red flags, what are green flags you find in a person? Just in general.
Green flags?
Yeah.
Very excited about anything. Like, if I tell you about, like, something that's revolving around my day, and you're excited about it, I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Also, just being willing to talk to. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Alright.
What about you?
I would say the same. Like, them being involved in my life, I guess, or, like, excited about things in my life. I also think, like, a green flag is, like, because of, like, past friendships and everything I've had, of just, like, they don't judge you over every little thing, and they don't, like, critique. Like, they just let you be how you want to be, and, like, yeah, like, they don't judge you, really. Like, there's a point where you can judge, but not, like, as serious.
If it's, like, I agree with you there. If it's, like, something that I'm telling you about, I don't really know the best way to put it, but I know what you're talking about. Like, because judging someone's different than, like, if it affects you or not.
Yeah.
If it doesn't affect you, then there's, like, really no reason to judge.
Yeah. I just don't... I mean, I judge people a lot because, like...
You judge people?
Yeah, well, I don't really care. Like, I'm gonna judge you. Just don't act that way. Like, that's not my fault. Like, you're acting that way, so, like, I get the point to judge you. It's not my fault.
Interesting.
What do you say that?
I'm just...
Span. Do you not think that's right?
Well, but you just said that if it doesn't affect you.
No. I'm saying, like... Just talking about people in general. Like, if you act a certain way, I'm gonna talk about you because you're acting that way.
Oh, I see. So, like, if they're doing something dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. What if it's just how they are?
Well...
You're still gonna talk about?
Yeah, I don't really care.
I just, like... don't talk to them. Like, if they're, like, being somewhat, like... If I don't like the way they're, like, acting or something, I'll just distance myself.
See... I don't know. I try to do that, but I'm too, like, attached to people. Like, I'm too of, like, I overthink and, like, I want people's attention, so I can't do that. Like, I try to do that, but, like, I can't do it, because I'm just immediately going to text them first. Like, I can't do that. I wish I could, but I can't.
I think I used to be the exact same way, though. I think about, like, a year ago or something like that, I used to talk about people all the time. But that was also because I was hanging out with more... I was hanging out with people that were also like that. So if those people like talking about people, then I'm just gonna like oh, okay, we're just gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
And hopefully, like, it's not shared to anyone else.
Yeah.
But some people are like that, where it's like, if you talk about something with someone, and then that person's gonna like tell everyone else.
Yeah.
That's like also like an like behavior that I'm also just gonna like kind of back away from.
Yeah.
Or just find someone else to talk about it with that I can probably trust a little better. But yeah, that was like a year ago, where I just kind of like.
Yeah, I think it was opposite for me because I came into high school with like no friends. Like I like knew people, but I didn't have like a friend group, and now I do. So I think it's like different. So I feel like I have more people to like talk about, and like more things have happened that like I know about.
Yeah.
But also like my circle is like basically like 3 people, and those 3 people like there's no one else they're gonna tell. Like it's either gonna tell me or they're gonna tell the other person that's in that circle. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And like, yeah.
I think my circle's. I think I tell like one person pretty much everything, but it's because like he tells me everything too.
Yeah.
And or it might be 2 people, because I know those 2 people also just don't care. Like I'll tell them something and they'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
And then they won't tell anyone because they're also just
they don't care.
Talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
because like they're probably gonna forget about it anyway, so it's not that deep.
Yeah.
It's the people that like goss. Like if you tell me something, I'm immediately gonna tell like the closest person to me. Like I'm sorry, that's just how I am. Because like that's just how I am.
But and then people just have to like realize that.
Yeah.
And then they can't be mad about that because they know you're like that.
Yeah,
So-
but I also think it's just high school, and I think people get over dramatic. Like, high school is never that deep, and, like, for me, after high school, I'm really not going to talk to anyone. Like, I'll keep up with people, sure, but, like, I'm not going to, like, be besties with you probably still. Like, I feel like, I don't know.
I agree that the like high school's not that deep, and I think the stuff that happens in high school, like regarding multiple people, isn't that deep.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always told people, like, if it's something like childish about like, oh, who someone likes or like what someone's saying, like,
Yeah.
say it. Like, if it regards that person and they're saying it about that person, I'm probably gonna, like, let's say like there's two people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Person A is the one that's like telling stuff
Mm-hmm.
about person B. If person A tells me something about person B, I'll probably just tell person B.
Exactly.
Because it's probably like, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
But if it's something about like person A that no one like knows,
Yeah.
or like something that's like pretty important,
Yeah.
that doesn't have anything to do with high school, it's just about that person,
Yeah, like,
I'll
personal.
probably just keep it to myself.
Yeah.
Because at that point, it's not about high school. Yeah, we may be in high school, but it's
But
not
it's about
it.
personal
Yeah,
stuff,
it's about
yeah.
personal stuff.
I think like, high school is, like, a development, like, a character development. Like, I feel like that's when you, like, find yourself, quote-unquote, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But after high school, I think is, like, when you really... Because, like, you start to meet, like, you're an adult. You're actually, like, finding out what you want to do in your life. You're, like, just, like... It's just, like, an extra step. I don't really, like... I think I've changed a lot in high school, but I don't really, like, care.
I think you start to develop, like you said, who you are. But I think the developmental stages happen, like, way... Like, not way after, but, like, almost, like, to the end of high school and after high school.
Yeah.
Because that's when you really find, like, the true people you, like, hang out with.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're planning on going to college is, like, really big, right?
Yeah.
You'll find literally whoever you want there.
And there's so many new people and
Exactly.
just, like, different people. And, like, you're not stuck in, like... Because, like, there's no, like... I don't think there's any high school cliques. Like, it's hard to be in high school clique because there's so many groups. But there's still the people that, like, I've talked about before. Like, I rate people, like, on a tier. And so, like, there's people that are S tier. There's people that are A tier. There's people that, you know, or B tier, C tier, whatever. That's fine. And it's just, like, you're well known. But there's no, like, popular. And there's no, like, this, that, and the third. Like, so...
I think our high school is interesting because our high school is pretty big. I mean,
Yeah.
there's about 3,000 people,
Too.
2,000, and I mean, immediately right off the bat, you're either separated into like three groups.
Mm-hmm.
You're either in like the STEM like people, and basically all the STEM people know all the STEM people.
Yeah.
You're in the like theater kid, was it Fine Arts Academy?
Yeah.
Or is it just those two? I think there's.
Then there's
one more.
like JRTC, but
JRTC.
that's like, I feel like that's not like
It's
a,
like a subgroup
yeah,
of like
but
people who aren't in any of those.
yeah,
So there's like STEM, fine arts, and then people who aren't in any of those.
yeah,
And immediately right off the bat, like for me personally, I'm in the STEM group, and I don't really know anybody in the fine arts or like people who aren't in any of the programs.
really,
So that's already like 2/3 of our school population that I just don't even try to find out who they are.
yeah,
Because I'll like never have classes with them.
yeah,
I'll never like see them. So it's just hard for me to like even like know who those people are.
yeah,
And it's vice versa too. Like those people probably don't know
don't
who I
know,
am.
yeah,
And so it's like you said, there's really no popularity at our school because it's just so big.
yeah, but I think there's people that are like well known. I feel like I know everybody, like I feel like I just know a lot of people, like I just know, especially because like a middle school, like a lot, I just know a lot of people from that. And then I also know people from like elementary school, so then that crosses. And then like all the fine arts kids I feel like are my friends. So it's like I know them. But I think I'll be friends with a lot of people from high school. Like I know a lot of the seniors that are in high school that live in New York are like, you should come visit this summer. And like, I think that's cool because they're great people. But like outside of like high school, we can be friends. But it's like, I'm not going to expect people to keep up with me outside of high school. Like it's just going to be kind of like a new chapter, like a fresh start almost. At least that's what I want to happen.
I think that's also what's deterring me a little bit from UVA.
Mm-hmm.
I love the school. I love everything about the school.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of our friends want to go there.
Yeah, that's...
And I feel like I don't want to go.
You don't want to be
hang out
stuck with them,
Exactly.
yeah. You want like that fresh start people. Like not that they don't know you, it's just like you don't want everything that's being held in high school like still on your shoulder. Like you don't want that still being on you.
Yeah, and I feel like drawing something out for so long. I mean, like 8 years. I mean, you guys have like had school with each other for like forever.
Yeah.
I moved here start of high school,
Mhm.
so I
So
don't
it's
have
different.
that. But I think having that, like, 4 years of our lives just kind of there.
Yeah.
Obviously, I have friends that I'm probably going to know and invite to, like, my wedding and stuff. But that's, like, one or two, like, two people at most.
Yeah.
But the rest, I feel like I don't need to go to school with for another 4 years. Especially with, like, the people that are just, like, but, like, I don't necessarily want to spend my days.
Yeah, you don't want to spend the rest of your life now with them. Not in a bad way. It's just, like...
Yeah. And that's, like, I guess it's, like, the same thing kind of, like, transfers. Like, study group sessions. I don't really like doing that with a lot of people. Because it's, like, first of all, you don't really get much studying done.
Yeah.
And then also it's just, like, you don't really get that, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's only certain people I can study with. I just like studying independently because you just chill, do whatever you want. And then I also like studying with people who just, like, we both do our own thing. And it's just, like, because for me, it's, like... It's just, like, the company. Like, I just, like, company of people. Like, I can sit on FaceTime with people and just, like, have them there and not talk to them. Because I just like their company.
Yeah.
But...
I don't know, for me, I've had those moments with other people where it's, like... Let's say we're, like, sitting at McDonald's. Because I do that a lot.
Yeah.
And I can just eat there. We don't have to talk while we're eating.
Yeah.
And we can just be there together. But with, like... FaceTime, I've never really, like, I'll FaceTime someone, like, if I'm asking them a question, like, hey, are you going somewhere, or, like, do you want to do something? And I'll always, like, just stick those to, like, 1 to 2 minute calls and then end it. But, like, if I really want to talk to someone for an extended period of time, I probably just call them, like, without any FaceTime. I don't know. It wastes my battery.
So you don't want to talk to someone because it wastes your battery, okay.
Yeah, well, no, I don't want to talk to them because it wastes my battery. I don't like being on FaceTime because it wastes my battery. But
okay. That's...
Also, like, if you're,
that's
like...
kind of weird, but okay. That's just you.
Like, yeah, because then I'm just, like, the camera's, like, face up, and you see my wall. It's like...
Okay.
And you just turn it off.
I don't know. I've always just been a FaceTime person.
I know people like that. And, like, if you FaceTime me, I wouldn't mind. But, like, if I'm calling someone...
Yeah, you're not going to
FaceTime. Not gonna FaceTime.
You're going to call, yeah.
Yeah. But, I don't know.
But yeah, so you talked about marriage. How do you see yourself, like, what is your pathway? Like, I have, like, my pathway of, like, college, then, like, what after, like, a year, like, what is your pathway? What is your thought of, like, all of that?
Ideally, I'd like to go to college first, right? And then, you know, meet someone that, you know, I see myself getting married to. But I'd like to finish school first and then get married.
Okay.
Or maybe get married, like, with 1 year.
Because
I want to do my undergraduate and then I want to do my master's. At least.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of years. That's like 6 to 8 years.
Yeah.
So I can see myself, like, getting married with, like, 1 to 2 years left of schooling.
Yeah.
Like, maybe 3 to 4 years of just us. And then, you know, having kids. But, like, I definitely want to have that time where it's, like, just me going through school, no distractions.
Yeah, just, like, independency.
Exactly.
So you do see yourself, like, getting married, having kids. You see that as, like, a lifestyle when you grow up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, I mean, this might just be, like, my own family thing, but, like, we're, like, building a lot of stuff right now, and if I just didn't, like, I don't really feel that as a responsibility to get married, but, like, if I...
It's like an obligation, kind of.
Yeah. Not an obligation, but, like, I do want to get married to, like, see my kids experience, like, the stuff my parents have done and built for them.
Okay, basically. That's nice.
Yeah. And then...
Just work after, I guess. Whatever you want to, I don't know what you want to do for a career, but whatever that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't want to get married ever. I don't like commitment. I don't have kids. I just want to live life. I kind of see myself as just, like, this is so bad, but just hopping around people. Because I don't think I could ever be in a relationship more than, like, a year. I just think I get too bored of people.
I mean, that's fine, especially if you tell the other person.
Yeah.
And, like, they know it's just, like, for about a year or anything. I mean, it's very specific people. Because, I mean, some people don't like that.
Yeah.
Because if it were me and, like, you told me that it was for 1 year, And I'm like, okay. And I'd probably be okay with it for like 6 months.
But then
I'd probably get attached.
yeah. I mean, I guess it just depends, like, on the person and, like, the situation. But, like, right now, I don't perceive myself getting married. I don't want to be attached to someone for the rest of my life. And then, like, I would feel bad if I, like, got bored of them and then just got divorced. And, like, that's just too much. And then I just don't want kids. Because, like, I find it nice to have someone to take care of, per se. But I don't want, like, a full responsibility to myself. And I just don't see myself as, like, a mom. Yeah. I'm not, like, a mom type of person. Like, some girls grow up and they're like, oh, I want to be a mom. Like, and I'm like, no, I'd rather just work. And, like, in my field of, like, I want to be a lawyer. Like, I don't want to, like... Yeah,
it'd be pretty difficult.
I don't really want to have kids either way. I just don't... Like, I love having nieces and nephews, but it's like, okay, you can have it back. Like, I just don't want to have that. I don't want to come home every day and, like, have a kid to take care of. That sounds so bad, but I don't.
I mean, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I think both people have to be in agreement with that. And if they are, then... Yeah.
I think it also just depends. It could change. I don't think I'll get, like, married, but I could have someone that, like, you know, you do get attached to. Because I feel like I am more of, like, I get attached to people, but they don't get attached back. So I think it's also, I just do that as, like, a... Safety guard. Yeah, a safety guard. So, I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, yeah. I mean, to, like what you were just saying, like, it might change. It's totally fine to, like, not know. Like, my ideals might completely change in, like, 5 years. Because, like, I fall in love with this one person and be like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
But the marriage aspect, too, is, like, I'm fine, like, talking to them and, like, dating. But, like, the legal part of it is, like, once I want to buy a house with them, per se, I probably would need to get married with them.
Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't have any problem with doing that because I'm already with them.
Yeah.
So I'd say I'm, like, with them for, like, 2 or 3 years. And then once I do that, because, I mean, there's this whole, like, legal part of it where it's, like, if you buy a house, but they're not married to you, then it could be completely split 50 and all that. So I don't want to deal with all that. So I'd probably, if I'm comfortable with the person I'm with and I want to buy a house, that's probably, like, the main reason why I'd get married with them. Because... I know that I want to do that.
Yeah, that's understandable. My family perceives me as, like, my mom, my siblings have told me this, like, I'm going to grow up in, like, I don't know, whatever city, live in a studio apartment, and then just smoke weed. Like, that's literally how my family perceives me.
That's crazy.
And I don't think that's a bad thing, because, like, whatever. But, like, I think it's just funny. Like, my family doesn't even think I'll get married, because, like, I also think it doesn't help that all my siblings are older and I have so many, like, I have 13 nieces and nephews in total.
Wow.
So, like, I've just been around, like, little kids and I've already seen it. I'm like, okay, I don't want that. Like, don't really want that, so. Yeah.
It definitely, it depends on, like, where you grow up, too.
Yeah.
Like, you've seen that. I haven't seen it.
So then it's different, yeah.
And also our perceptions of it might be completely different because I've seen people do it completely different than probably how you've seen your family do it. So it's like, it all depends on how you grew up too.
Yeah. Any last final thoughts?
No.
Any other questions?
I mean, have we got any more questions?
We'll look before. I gotta switch accounts.
We can do, like, rapid fire questions. Or we can get into depth.
Okay. We did travel. Where'd you get the hat?
Where'd I get this hat?
Yeah.
So...
Didn't you get for secret? No. Okay.
So I got it from my girlfriend, Lucy Ludwig. She's awesome. She's amazing. Oh!
She asked the question, that's why.
Yeah. So she gave it to me. Her dad owns this restaurant.
Yeah.
So this is where they get it, their beef from. It's all Wagyu, so it's, like, really high quality.
Yeah, that's
Japanese
like their
steak.
rich. That's cool. That's, like, yeah.
Yeah. But the food's great. I love it there. Do you, like, people know where you live and stuff? Like, what city you live in?
I don't know. I don't really talk about that stuff.
Okay.
But it doesn't really matter.
I'll leave it out then.
I already said it. I said Harrisonburg.
Oh, Harrisonburg. Yeah, so it's a shop in Harrisonburg. That's called Jack
restaurant.
Yeah, restaurant.
Yeah. I like there. I just don't eat red meat, so it's kind of hard for me to go there.
You don't what?
I don't eat red meat.
Red meat?
Red meat. Oh. R-E-D.
Oh, yeah. I love red meat. It's, I like medium rare, but, like, I could go rare if I wanted to.
Like steak?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like some people don't like. They like it really cooked.
Yeah.
I think
You
it's
don't.
like,
I don't like that. When I used to eat steak, I did not. I like it pretty cooked.
Yeah.
I think it's weird to eat like raw meat.
Yeah, Jack Brown's, the Chop House, and like the Joshua Wilton House.
Oh, yeah.
Have really great steaks.
Mhm.
I 10 out of 10 recommend those places.
Okay. I love the shout out. Okay.
Yeah.
But that was the last question. Where'd
That
you
was the
keep
last
your head?
question?
Yeah.
There's no more?
Unless you have any other questions. I don't really. Oh, I do have. Okay, I have one question.
Okay.
So do you know what the trolley problem is? I love asking people this question.
The trolley problem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you do in that situation?
Okay.
What are you doing?
So there's two situations, right? There's one situation where the trolley's going and you're on the trolley, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say I'm on the trolley and I can direct you either to the left or to the right.
Mm-hmm.
And to the right, there's like what, 5 people?
Yeah.
On the train tracks, they're tied down.
Mm-hmm.
And then
To the left.
and they're not important people, right?
It just is, there's 5 people.
There's 5 people.
Mm-hmm.
Or
You don't know who they are.
I don't know who they are. And to the left, there's one person.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Would I kill the one person to 5 people?
Well, okay, so the situation is okay, we'll do the bystander version and then we'll do the
Okay.
other one. So it's, you see a train and it's going straight and it's going to kill 5 people.
Okay.
But there's a lever right next to you. If you pull it, it switches to the track that has 1 person.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I feel like for me, I'd kill the one person.
So you would switch the track.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your, like, meaning by that? Is it because it's 1 versus, like, 5? Or what is the...
I think the original problem is, like, there's one really important person. Like, if you kill this person, then world hunger won't be saved. So, like, there's more influence to not switch it than the 5 unimportant people. But then again, you're taking 5 people's lives versus 1.
Yeah.
So, if we go by yours, I'd just kill the 1 person.
Okay.
Because it's less deaths.
So, let's say the 5, this is going to be really morbid, but let's say the 1 person is, like, one of your favorite people, like, family member, whoever
Yeah.
you want to think of. And the 5 people are just 5 people from our city. You don't know who they are.
I see.
What are you doing then?
I think this is where it gets a little bit more interesting because then it plays a role of, like, your own emotions. Because before, I don't really know anyone who's on train tracks. I guess before, too, it was like it's on your conscience that you killed the 1 person, like in my scenario, like in the first scenario. I killed the 1 person versus the trolley was already going to kill 5 people.
Yeah, I think it's funny you say that because every time I've asked someone this question, they're always like, well, I would always kill 1 person over 5 because 1 is less than 5 and, like, whatever. But you're the first person to actually say what I've been thinking of, like, if you pull that lever, you just killed someone.
Yeah.
But the trolley, you're just a bystander. You just saw it happen. So it's like, I mean, there's the other ones, like, there's if you push the fat man over and, like, he doesn't, like, whatever, and, like, yada, yada, yada. I love the trolley problem. I've watched, like, 3 Harvard lectures on it because it's just so interesting.
I've seen it. I've never really delved deep into it, but, I mean, I've always just was also fascinated by it because it's, like, such a simple problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the fact that I'm killing 1 person also plays a deeper role.
Because if not, you're just seeing people be killed, and, like, that happens every day. Like, you can see people get killed, so it's, like, it's a little bit different. I don't think I could deal with the guilt. I think for me, I have, like, a really bad, like, if I do something to someone, I'm going to think about it for the rest of my life. Like, that's the thing that keeps you up at night. Like, I cannot handle the guilt.
What about the guilt of being able to kill that 1 person, but instead you let 5 people die?
Well, it's not I let them die. It would have happened either way if I wasn't there. So I try to put myself in that because, like, it would have happened even if I wasn't there.
Gotcha.
So.
To answer your second question, it was 1 person you do know and that you do, like, love. Someone that you, like, know as family and stuff. Or 5 random people.
And it's going on the 5 random people.
Is this someone, like, that plays, like, a really important part of my life? Like, if I don't have them?
Well, I mean, it's up to you, but, like, I would say is, like, just an important person in your life that's made an impact on your life. You're a bystander, yeah, and you can pull the lever.
Okay.
Or do you kill 5 innocent people?
This is gonna sound really bad.
But you're gonna kill.
But I'm gonna kill the 5 people.
Okay.
Like, if it's my brother, and to go off your logic, like, if I kill my brother, I killed my brother. But to go off your logic of, the 5 people would have died. Wait, is the trolley gonna originally kill my brother?
No, it's gonna originally kill the 5 people.
Oh, okay.
So you're just gonna keep it straight.
I'm gonna keep it straight because, like you said, it was gonna happen no matter what. and my brother was. If it was originally to my brother, though,
then you're gonna switch it.
Yeah,
okay.
And then I even feel even worse because now I've killed 5 people.
But you saved your brother.
But I saved my brother.
But what if you did in the stance? Okay, let's say we'll use your brother. This is gonna. I feel so bad for Salty, but your brother, he got in a car accident. Hopefully not with you.
Not with me.
And he's an organ donor. Let's say he's brain dead. You know what that means, right? So
brain dead. Yeah,
and he's an organ donor. And there's 5 people that you can save him with, but the doctors do say he has a chance of waking up. What are you doing? But they don't know if he is going to wake up. So he's on a ventilator. He's basically brain dead, but they're not sure. But you could, if you let him die, technically, you could save 5 people with his organs.
So when he wakes up, he'll be brain dead.
Yeah.
That's sad.
So what would you do?
I feel like he'd just be struggling once he woke up. Like, obviously, brain dead's, like, basically dead, but, like, your brain still somewhat has a function, right?
Yeah.
And if he's brain dead, I don't know the real definition of, like, being brain dead, but I think it transfers over when you're waking up, too.
Sorry, I was smelling. Yes.
But I think he'd just be struggling for the rest of his life.
So you're saying that you would
probably
donate his organs?
I'd probably talk to my parents first.
Okay, your parents are in the picture. You're the only person that can make the decision.
Does he have a wife?
No, it's him right now.
Oh, it's just me and him.
It's him right now. Like how?
Oh, him right now.
Him right now. And he can say 5 other kids.
5 other kids?
No, your parents are not here. Like
my parents are not. They're dead.
Okay. Sure. It's all on you.
It's all on me, and I have to choose either 5 people
to save with his organ.
With his organs. You know, I read a book recently about this.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
What is it called?
It's called Never Let Me Go.
Oh, okay.
Drew and Veronica also read it. Wait, am I supposed to say their names?
You already said it. So well.
Oh, that's right. You don't cut any of this, right?
Yep. Oh well. Well,
yeah, they read it too. Great book, by the way.
Usually for Gov School.
It was for Gov School, yeah.
Okay.
Macedon Regional Governor School. Anyways, I'm probably gonna save the 5 people's lives and probably let my brother peacefully die off. Unless it's not peacefully, then I'd probably change my answer. But in this scenario,
okay,
if he peacefully dies because he's already brain dead, then I mean, I could save 5 people's lives.
Yeah. I think you're right on the ethically. You're on the ethically side. I think some people just say, oh, because it's like, they think about that utilitarianism. Do you know what that means?
No.
Okay, it's like saving them, like, for the majority of the people. So that's like a value. And so I think a lot of people think about it that way. But in my head, I just think of, like, this sounds so bad, but I think of myself. Like, what are you going to do? Like, and, like, you also have to think of the consequences, but there's also, like, the straw man. There's also, like, there's, like, just a bunch of different values. Because, like, I've read, like, What Do We Owe to Each Other 13 times. And it's an ethical book about, like, run by, like, Kant, I'm pretty sure. And it's just, like, cool to, like, I think it's cool to, like, I like ethical stuff. I'm probably going to take an ethics class.
What does the book talk about?
Like ethics. It's about ethics, morals. I don't know if you know who Kant is, but he's, like, a philosopher. Plato. Who?
Salman Khan?
No.
He's the Khan Academy guy. Do you like him?
No, I don't like Khan Academy. I haven't even used Khan Academy in, like, a year.
Oh. Yeah, no, me neither. Except for SAT prep.
Oh, okay. Well, I just have an SAT book, so.
What do you think about the people that like are like entranced with the idea of being like the number 1 in our class and like comparing grades with each other? What do you think about those people?
I used to be that person, like in like middle school and elementary school, like I used to be, but now, like, my life has changed so much. I don't really care. I just want to like graduate. So I don't really care. I mean, like, I think a lot of people just grow up with different standards, and like if their parents push them to be perfect and have perfect grades and like this, that, and the third, and some people like that. They like that validation, which I love validation, but like I do like academic validation. I just don't ever get it because I'm not like that 1A person.
Yeah.
So
I think it's fine if you have those like standards of being the top, and like if your family has those standards and you enjoy the standards, then that's fine. It's just the point where I draw the line of like it's fine to it's not fine is when you start telling people, like actively expressing that you're better than them.
Yeah.
I mean,
like people who like to brag about it and just like
And it's their whole personality.
Yeah, when it becomes their whole personality, it's just like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I think, like, and then there's people out there that are very modest. Like, I like people that are modest, but they're very good at everything.
Exactly. And those people are, like, the better people to hang out with just because they won't make you feel any worse than you already. Like, if you already feel like you're, like, not as, like, good as this other person, they won't put it in your face.
Yeah.
And they'll always keep it to the side. And I feel like if your friendship or your friendships are, like, you feel that they're only there because, I don't know, you're telling someone about something and then, like, it's always this, like, going at each other about who's better and who's not.
Then I just don't think it's, yeah. I don't think it's I think a friendship is, like, really good when both sides of people, like, want to be together, if that makes sense. Like, it can't be one side. It's, like, always the person that asks you to hang out and, like, always you inviting them, but them never inviting you. And I hate that, because I think for me, it's, like I said, I have a hard time, like, I'm always the first texter. I always do that, because I, like, don't want them to think about me in a bad way, but, like, I think if you don't do it, then it's, like, there's not a friendship. It's just, like, a one-way. Whatever.
I'm generally the one that's being texted. But I mean, with a few people that I do really like, I'll be the one that'll always initiate something. And well, I guess I need to rephrase that. I'm always the one that would generally want to initiate something, and they always either agree to it or they ask me to. And it's about the same, like you said. It's about 50-50 on who wants to do something and who doesn't want to do something. And if I genuinely can, I'll just be upfront with them. I won't make any excuses to why I don't want to do it. And I think that correlates, like, perfectly with, like, this whole, like, being number one in class thing, because it's also, like, I've seen people, like, my family has, like, I remember my parents telling me, like, they didn't have the best grades or anything. But, I mean, they still went to college. I mean, where they are now is a lot, like, pretty well off. So that gives me a sense of, like, if I don't do as good as, like, top of my peers, then I'm totally okay with that. And if I do good, I don't tell people about it. Because, like, if they ask me and they're only asking me, I know most people only ask me to know, for me to then ask them what they got. And that's why I generally just stop the conversation. That's why it's not like I want to, like, hide my grades or anything. It's just
it's just like you don't.
I know I won't come out of that conversation feeling like the best about myself. Even if I did get a better grade than the person asking me,
it's gonna,
like, they're still gonna feel bad about it.
And then it makes you feel bad.
I just don't want to feel like any reason for anyone to feel bad about it.
I think it's just, like, a lot of, like, high school again is, like, we think it's so close-knit, but it's really not. Like, once you get into the real world, like, I'm sorry, it's really not going to matter if you got an A or B in that class. Like, it might, for, like, that, that senior section of, like, what college you go to, but at the end of the day, you went to college, or, like, as long as you go to college, or not, you don't have to go to college, but, like, if you want to go to college and get into that college, you're going to, like, as long as whatever you do with that, like, it's just what you make of it. Like, that's the biggest thing for me is, like, and some people just aren't naturally smart and can't do school like that. Like, it's just how it is. So, I mean, that's been my mentality more and more, like, as I've done worse, I guess you can say. Like, I just haven't done as good as I've wanted to.
I think people that think that, like, being the number one in the class also just don't have a bigger sense of the world. And I think they're very
closed-minded.
Closed-minded, exactly. And I mean, what you've explained right now is just, like, perfectly about, like, how I feel. I mean, to put it in perspective, school is about, I don't know, like, maybe, like, 1/8 of your life, realistically.
At least, like, high school.
Exactly. And, like, all the experiences you're going to go out, like, they definitely... I feel like, well, my sense is that, like, if you get through school and you get to experience those experiences because you've had, like, the schooling to, like, back it up. But just by having the schooling is good enough. You don't need to be, like, top one in everything you do. Realistically, that's unrealistic.
It's unrealistic,
And people will just see how good you work with others if you're putting up, like, great numbers and, like, whatever you're doing. And if you're very focused on that one thing, I feel like that's fine. Being the best in everything, in every test, in every class, it's just not. It's not realistic. It's not good for you. And
I think people that do that also miss out on the little things. Like, some people can handle it, but I think when you only are focusing on like that, gotta be first, gotta get those A's, whatever, you miss out on those little things with like your friends and like, oh, I'd rather be studying than going to the movies with your friends, and then you look back on the pictures like, I really wish I would have went. And so like, it just, I mean, it depends on like how you want to live life, and maybe like you get that number one and then college you go crazy or whatever. But I like the balance I have now of like, I prioritize both 50-50, or at least I've tried to.
I agree. I think the people that do like to live it that way, they can do it. I mean, that's totally fine. They definitely will miss a little bit of stuff. But again, if that's all they want to care about, that's up to them. That's up to them. Myself, I like 50-50 is like pretty nice. It's generally about 60-40 though.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. Do you want to say anything else before I stop it?
Thank you, Addison, for having me on the podcast.
Yeah, it's the first guest. The rest of my podcast, just for you guys that know, are probably all gonna have guests because I have like 6 lined up.
Really? Who do you have lined up? Or is that like a secret?
I'll wait. Yeah. But I'm probably gonna have a bonus 2 episodes next week. I have one for Valentine's Day with a guest.
That's
then
exciting.
The Thursday or Friday, whatever one. I don't usually do it on Thursdays because I forget. We'll probably also have a guest. So we'll just see. It just depends on how I feel. Yeah. But yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Anything?
I like what you're having here. You know, you got a whole nice setup and everything. It's nice and cozy. It feels like a one-on-one conversation.
Yeah, that's how I like it. Like when me and Fair did our first one, we just sat here at like 12 in the morning. Just that's how I like to do it, because if not, then I don't want it to make it feel like like I don't want it to be like that. I just want it to be chill. That's why it's a raw podcast. I don't cut anything out, because like you got to be real.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.